Hello, welcome everybody. This is Maurice Parker. Welcome to the Maurice Parker channel. If you're new, subscribe below. We try to do videos every through 2 to 4 days. We talk about sports and more, including manga, anything else that you would like to know. Now, today on the Maurice Parker show, Maurice Parker channel, we are going to talk about the second round of the NBA playoffs. Talk about who advanced, who's still playing, the ups, the downs, all in between. Let's get into it. The first game I want to talk about was Game 5 between the Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, in this game, it was a back and forth battle up until the end. Both teams were trying to give everything it all. For the Cavs, they were trying to keep the game series going. For the Pacers, they was trying to end the series, trying to go to the next round, trying to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. This game showed me a lot about the resiliency of the Cavaliers, that despite not unfortunately losing the game, that they was willing to keep fighting to the end. Uh, I believe that injuries and timing got the best of them, that they mentally still wanted to go, but sometimes when your body ails you, you are not able to go forward in those big time moments. It was just unfortunate that they was not able to go to the next round. And honestly, I know last year they were trying to come back to try to get farther so they could win a championship for Cleveland. Uh, I know Donovan Mitchell had said that he let the city down, let each other down, and I just want him to know that this is just me. If I could tell him anything, man, don't be too hard on yourself. If you gave your all on the court and you tried your best, and it just because it did not work out, you only let the city and yourself down if you don't give it your all. There's some things you can control and there's some things you can't control. If everybody get their all and it just wasn't enough, then that's fine. As long as you did your best on the court, that's all I can ask for. But I wanted to also say congratulations to the Indiana Pacers for going back to the Eastern Conference Finals. That this was incredible for you guys. 2 years in a row, you have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you've done an amazing job. I want to tell that organization congratulations, because you have to go back to the '90s and early 2000s when they had Reggie Miller to realize how successful the Pacers have really been. Well, actually, let me scratch that. There's also the time in the mid 2000s when they had Paul George and Roy Hibbert and all of those guys, Lance Stevenson, and they was competing with the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. So with LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh, did like 2014 and through like 2012 to 2014. So it's good to see Indiana, to continue to go back. Tyrese Halliburton doing his thing, Turner doing his good job outside shooting the arc. You're doing a pretty piece by Pascal Siakam. That's his name. He's doing good. And just wanted to say congratulations for your accomplishment and going to the next round. I know that you guys are trying to get 8 wins away to win your first ever championship. The last time the Pacers were actually in the NBA Finals was the year 2000, and they won against the Los Angeles Lakers with the late great Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, and they ended up losing that series. But that's the last time they have went was the year 2000 to the NBA Finals. So history might change itself. I know that at this point they're 8 wins away from winning the championship, but that remains to be seen if they was going to win it or not. But we'll see. And I wanted to say congratulations on making it to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. That is amazing. That is an accomplishment. You guys should be proud of yourself and continue and keep up the good work. Obviously. The next game I would like to talk about is between the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And this game came down to the end of the fact that Curry was hurt, unfortunately, with his hamstring. And the Timberwolves, I believe, took advantage of the fact that without him on the court, they was trying to end the series, in which they did. Unfortunately, the Warriors are going home. I think a big reason that this game series ended is, I believe, when Curry got hurt, it really showed how much value he was to his team, because I believe he brought a certain level of confidence to his team where he sometimes with somebody being on the court with you like Curry, it gives you confidence. It gives you more confidence to do your stuff like job and shots and blocks and everything else because you feel more in sync. And I think they're more at ease with him on the court, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes we all have certain leaders and stuff like that who help make you feel confidence because they're just them being on the court helps you. Uh, it was really unfortunate that he was not there. I think the series would have been different. At least it would have gone to game 6, or maybe even game 7, because I believe the fact that his shooting and the fact that he commanded so much respect that they would have had a hard time trying to stop him. But you have to give Anthony Edwards a lot of credit, and you also have to give Julius Randle credit because they play hard, they play spectacular. Every time the Warriors are about to inch closer, those two hit big time shots to keep the lead, to take the momentum back. Um, Rudy Gobert has been doing his thing in these playoffs. I know he's been more seen as a defensive weapon, but he has shown some good rebounding, and he has actually made a lot more free throws. So throughout his career, he was not the best free throw shooter, but he's done a great thing in that aspect. To the Golden State Warriors, I would like to say, you had a great season. Everything else is, it just was not meant to be. I would tell Curry, don't rush yourself and take time to heal. If you had to rehab, take time to heal. Use this as motivation for next year. I know that there's a lot of decisions in free agency that they have to make with Jonathan Kaminga and Gary Payton. And you just got to make the decisions. It's not the easiest decisions to make, and I believe you guys are gonna do good. And I would say congratulations on a wonderful season. Just try to use this motivation for next year. Honestly, you should. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you did your best. Well, what you had. So you should be proud of that. And I know people want to talk. I know people will say the more riches, but that's just me being positive to you guys because you guys are men and stuff like that. Look at the positive. Always build. Always grow. Now to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Congratulations on making it for the second straight year to the Western Conference Finals. And if you don't know, the Minnesota Timberwolves have never gone to the NBA Finals. This is actually the first time in their history they've gone to two Western Conference Finals. I know that this city has been trying to get a championship. Now, other than last year, the closest they got was when they was in the Kevin Garnett era. '04, they went to the Western Conference Finals. It's tough in the Western Conference because it has always been historically tough ever, since the turn of the early 2000s, because there's been a lot of dynasty teams, sorry, to have been there, have done their things, and to see this young team really come back and inspire to try to win the championship is crazy. Uh, and I just want to say congratulations. I know you guys are going against a monumental task, and I wish y'all all the best of luck down the road to win the championship. Uh, just like I said earlier with the Indiana Pacers, wish you best of luck because at the end of the day, it ain't easy trying to get to those rounds and whatnot. So this is just Maurice. I'm just telling y'all congratulations for your hard work and your dedication. The next game that I would love to discuss would be between the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. Unfortunate news for the Boston Celtics is that Jason Tatum has suffered an Achilles tear that will hinder him for not only for the rest of the playoffs. I believe he might not even play this upcoming NBA season, which is so unfortunate. You never want to see a player get hurt that way in an injury like that because if you know anything about an Achilles injury, it takes time to heal until that muscle in your ankle and your legs allow you to do so much that you don't think about. And that's in my thoughts and prayers to you, Jason Tatum. I hope that you continue to get better, continue to rehab, continue to get healthy, continue to do all these wonderful things that I know that you're capable of doing. And you will, you're going to come back stronger, healthier. You're going to come back better. Just take your time to heal, take your time to get better. Uh, the Boston Celtics showed a lot of resiliency with him out. Jalen Brown, Derek White, Chris Porzingis, Richardson stepped up to and Hauser stepped up to have a big game 5 in an elimination style game against the New York Knicks. They was able to uh, withstand the blows from Jalen Brunson, Big Cat, they called him number 32, Carl Anthony Towns. Sorry, it just was inspirational. Josh Hart and all them, they stood tall. They actually ended up defeating the Knicks to force a game 6, so the series is 3-2. Jalen Brunson is nothing short of a spectacular athlete. If you watch this guy play, despite his stature at 6'2", he is endearing, he is determined, he is tough. He got what it takes. Like, he's a general. He is not somebody that you just want to just ignore. This is going to be an interesting series between both teams, giving it all they got. I know New York is trying to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I believe the last time they went was actually in the year 1999 or 2000. I know they went to the NBA Finals in 1999. The last time that organization won a championship was 1972 with the great Will Frazier. Actually, Phil Jackson, if you didn't know, was on that team too. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this team does. Now for the Celtics, they had the most wins in NBA history of 18 championships. They are trying to go back to they're trying to win the series to continue to try to go back to back. Very few teams are going back to back to win NBA championships. It's very hard for obvious reasons. I think it's going to be harder down the road for them just because they lost a key player. Well, anytime you lose any type of player, it hurts. Honestly, in the series, it depends. If the Celtics can win the series, in my opinion, if they have the belief in themselves, they try their best, they limit turnovers. If they continue to have confidence and cohesion in big time moments and withstand and continue to show resiliency, if they could do that, they could win the series. Now, on the other hand, the Knicks can close the series if they come out aggressive, take prisoners mentality and end up right in the clutches of victory. The last game I would like to talk about on this channel is between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. This series is the one I'm talking about that's going to go to a game 7 on Sunday, which will be a spectacular game 7. Uh, it's just been a really good back and forth battle between Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets. You have Chet Holmgren from the Oklahoma City Thunder, as well as Jamal Murray. Russell Westbrook is doing his thing. This has really been a great back and forth battle for basketball fans. This is what the NBA playoffs is about. Two teams trying to advance to the next round in a high stakes game. And honestly, couldn't be more proud of these athletes really going out the extra mile to really work hard to and capture the fans, to get people invested, to leave it all on the court. That is what ultimately I respect it. I know that anybody else watching likes to see when people are giving it their all, and you could tell in this series both teams want to win. Both teams are determined to win. They're trying to do what it takes to win. I'm just giving you my thoughts and analysis on as far as that, because that series is not concluded yet, so I can't give a full recap on everything till the series is over. I just want to say to both Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets that you guys are doing incredible. You're having an amazing season. Ultimately, somebody, somebody's going to go to the next round. Somebody isn't. You got to give out your court. Unlike most experts, I'll tell y'all this. I had the Nuggets actually winning the series because I thought that they, maybe had a little bit more experience. Even though this Oklahoma City team does have experience, now Oklahoma City Thunder win, I would say that's incredible for them, and I would give them all this props and elevations because at the end of the day, it's not easy going to the next round. Ultimately, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for over 1,300 subscribers. That's incredible for me. I didn't think as far as back as I can remember that I would even have 100, let alone 1,300 and going. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to try to upload more consistently, like every 3 to 4 days. Just bear with me. If not, if I might miss a day, just just know that it's coming soon. That I definitely try to do 2 videos per week. Try my best. I appreciate every one of you for the support, the love, the kindness. Thank you so much. Continue to support this channel to grow. Continue to share, like, subscribe, and continue to even leave comments in this section. I love to hear from you guys too. This is Maurice Parker. Thank you for the Maurice Parker channel. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.